Hello. Oh, that was actually kind of loud. Hi. How's it going? We chillin'. It's good. How's everyone doing? Can you hear me? We're gonna have to do some balancing real quick. Where's my thing? Ah, here it is. Yay for kitty dating time. You'll be here for cats. Oh, I can't see who that is. Oh, that's Betsy. Also, I heard the host go off. Thank you to whoever that was. I'm sorry that I missed your alert. I heard it very faintly against the dope Persona 5 music, but I couldn't tell who you were. So whoever that was, thank you very much. I'm sorry that you missed your dancing, Ricky, but it's okay. Hi, I'm excited to be back. We chillin'. We very chillin'. First of all, I should just acknowledge Pyra and Myth run Smash. I'm super excited. It's gonna be awesome. They finally got me into buying this last challenge pack because I had avoided it up to this point because I was like, I don't need it, and now I'm like, damn it, you got me. You got me, game. It's fine. I'll buy it. Who are those characters? They're from Xenoblade Chronicles 2, which is one of my favorite games. And they're great. Just my beautiful sword women. I almost put a picture of them up to celebrate, but I didn't feel like it. Also, that would have been difficult. Where is Cat President, and why isn't it here? Uh-oh. Let me... It's open, so I don't know why it's not here. Let me try to recapture it. I just didn't notice that it wasn't here. Real. Was the first one you've ever seen? Oh man, I was gonna. Oh god, no. That's not even what we're looking for. Yeah. There we go. Okay, let me fix this. I don't know why that window capture just decided that it didn't feel like capturing Cat President today. Let me make this a little bit bigger. Oh, that didn't work out how I thought it was going to. Oh well, I guess that kind of worked. I can make it a little bit smaller. Oh well, we're gonna have a little bit of black bar on the bottom, but it's fine. Let me put it behind. All right, there we go. That's probably okay. I could probably make it a little bit bigger. Hold on. Normally I do all this beforehand, but I didn't notice that it wasn't working. Put it behind everything. There we go. All right. I'm so happy for the girls. I'm happy that other people are happy. I'm pretty sure there's going to be a lot of mad people that there's another frickin' sword fighter, but I don't care. Okay, where is... Did I not make a save again? Oh, here it is. Okay, good. No, I'm not letting the game clear its throat. Okay, so now the music's on. Let me turn it down a little bit, I guess. How is that? Is that too quiet? I can't tell. It sounds fine to me in my ears, which is rare. Usually games frickin' blast my eardrums, but this is okay. How does this sound? Yeah, I kind of just kept up with the highlights. I watched the end. Like, I watched the Skyward Sword and the Splatoon 3 bit, because we were getting groceries. So I missed most of it, but it's okay. All right, so to business. We have 2 cats left. Let's do Earl Grey so we can save Diana's type for last. Honestly, that is actually what I was going to suggest, if everyone is okay with that. We'll save the sassy, probably the asshole route for last. Oh, that's cool, Retro Dark Gamer. That's awesome. So we'll do Earl Grey today, if that sounds good. To everyone. We haven't seen a ton of Earl Grey because he was like our rival in Kaleidoscope, which is who we did first. So let's do Earl Grey today. Oh, this is cute though. Why are there pills? Are we gonna have drugs? Oh, I didn't read the name of the chapter, but whatever. I'm sure it doesn't matter. Oh, hello there, sweetheart. You're the cat driver from earlier, aren't you? Uh-huh, that's me. Great, thanks again for the ride. It's always good to meet youngins like you. I'd love to stay and talk about the issues facing our country right now, but I'm a little busy. Is this gonna be weird, dating an old man? I have to know. Busy? What are you talking about? Since I'm gonna be running his campaign, I'm pretty sure meeting with me is the most important thing he'll do all day. I have to find my new campaign manager. I was told she'd be somewhere around here. Yes, that's me. Hi. Are you ready to get started, or... You? No, that can't be right. You're way too young and cute to be a campaign manager. Well, thank you. Are you sure that you're even supposed to be back here? Oh, good. I'm glad we have confirmation from Paul, the creator of this game, that it's going to be weird. Excuse me? Why, you don't look a day older than 25. I am 25. I'm not. I'm 22. Okay, well, I'm 25. Oh, haha, whoopsies. The older cat's tail flicked anxiously and he stared down at his paws. My boyfriend and I spent a while discussing Skyward Sword at length, and it made me realize how much of the game I just don't remember because it was so not memorable to me. But I'm hoping... I'm not gonna rule out the possibility of a Skyward Sword remake being good, but I just hope they take liberties with it like they did with Wind Waker and just make it a better game. I don't hate Skyward Sword, I just hate parts of Skyward Sword. Wait, were you trying to pay me a compliment? Well, yeah, did it work? Let's just start over. Hello, Mr. Gray. I'm Diana, your new campaign manager. This is questionable. It's nice to officially meet you, Diana. Please call me Earl. Mr. Gray was my father. Okay, fine, Earl. I'm sorry if I offended you before. I was just expecting someone a little more mature, I suppose. You know, when I first started out in politics, everyone was the same age as me. Over time, I started seeing candidates who are young enough to be my kittens, and some of the cats I see today are young enough to be my grand kittens. Forgive me if this is rude, but how old are you exactly? I'm a hearty 19 years young. If you can count that high, if you can't count that high, I can loan you a calculator. Oh, that's actually really old for a cat. They usually don't live to see 20. Now, don't look at me that way. I'll have you know that my advanced maturity is a tremendous asset. I have more experience than all of my opponents put together. Why, I was campaigning when those rogue cats were still newborn kittens, incapable of opening their eyes. That's right. I remember hearing that you've been a presidential candidate before. This root speaks to me. So anyways, what's this game? This game is called Cat President 2, sequel to Cat President, obviously. It's basically a visual novel dating sim where we are assisting a cat, whichever route we choose, in becoming the president of the United States. This time we've chosen Earl Grey, whose only character trait that I know about so far is that he's old. Hooray. Yes, this will be my 6th time running. You ran for president 5 other times? Wait, if he's 19 and each presidential term is 4 years long. Me. Is it even mathematically possible that he's run that many times before? You're forgetting about the special emergency election after President Snuffleupagus named 5 different cats as his VP, then resigned. President Snuffleupagus? Wasn't that a really long time ago? I remember learning about him in history class. In any case, I hope you last longer than my previous campaign manager. What happened? Did you fire them or something? Oh no, did they tragically die? No, he died of old age, same as the one before him. You know, I just thought of something. If Earl Grey's been in 5 elections before, that means he lost 5 times. Why does he keep campaigning if he never wins? What do you want to do? Well, obviously I'll ask him why he keeps campaigning, because we need to know more about our candidate. I guess we could start saving over some of these, but whatever. Why? No offense, but if you've already lost 5 other times, why don't you just, I don't know, give up? Campaigning is the highlight of my life. It brings me joy to travel the country and meet with citizens everywhere. I'd campaign even if the fancy furball party didn't support me. Oh, that sounds noble. Plus, I've been running for president so long I don't think I remember what it's like not to be on the campaign trail. I'd love to make a joke about old cats having memory problems, but I don't want to hurt his feelings. He sounds so sincere about his love of politics. It's actually kind of inspiring. In any case, we should get started by making a— oh god. No. I accidentally right-clicked. Making a plan. I still have the schedules for my last 5 campaigns, if that helps. Yeah, that should help a lot. We'll figure out what your most successful campaigns were, then try to duplicate their success. A stellar idea. I can tell you're a fighter. I need one of those in order to defeat Banders. Oh my god, is Banders our rival this route? God bless. I love Banders. Did you know that he's part tiger? No, I didn't. He's a tiger cat? Yes, his great-great-grandmother's great-great-grandmother was a tiger. I met her once. Nice lady. If you say so, Earl. Does this mean you think Banders will be your main competition? Either him or Poopsie the Ninth. The 3 of us are the only career politicians in the race, so I figure we're the only serious candidates here. I wonder how Banders plans to announce his candidacy. I am soups happy to be a fancy furball nominee. Let me celebrate by coughing up a furball into the crowd. Banders, that's not presidentially— ew, I hate the furball sound. Ah, it's in my hair. I think we'll be fine. Yeah, I can see Banders as a serious candidate. After all, he's got a profile on Rate My Candidate. Rate my what? Rate My Candidate. It's a website where people rate various presidential candidates. I bet you've got a profile too, you just don't know it yet. I think that furball sound might be me. Paul, that is disgusting. I don't like the sound of this. Here we go, Earl Grey. Over 90% of the voters agree your best quality is your decades of experience and ability to get things done. Of course, I've built my career out of making non-partisan deals with my colleagues. The majority of voters agree your weakest point is healthcare. What? That's absurd. You must have the wrong internet webpage open. I don't. Out of all 6 candidates, you're listed as the worst when it comes to healthcare because you sponsored failed healthcare bill Boothead. Oh, yes, I was literally the only one who voted for that bill. It was a dark spot on my political record. What's the Boothead bill all about? Cat booties. I was going to allocate $500 million to pay the overhead costs for cat booties, for cats with sensitive paws. I guess that sounds like a good cause. I'm not a cat, so I wouldn't know. It says here that you were widely mocked for both the bill and the timing. Aren't those just like cat socks? Oh, that. Cats were just mad I introduced the bill after a 12-day government shutdown that forced us to cut the federal budget in half. Oh no. You introduced a big spending bill right after big budget cuts? Well, cat booties are important. In fact, I still want to fund them. I plan to address the issue in several of my campaign speeches. He's going to talk about his least popular issue on the campaign trail? What do you think? Okay, that's a bad idea. Maybe don't. Bad. That's a bad idea. You want voters to focus on your best points, not your worst points. But I think protecting my constituents' cold toesies is an important issue. I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm saying that the voters disagree with you, and we shouldn't start the campaign by focusing on an unpopular issue. I think I understand. We don't want to start things off on the wrong paw, as they say. Exactly. I'm already glad you're my campaign manager. You've proven to be quite a breath of fresh air. What else does the website say about me? That was clearly a bad idea in the first place. It says that, whoa. What is it? Earl Grey has a hotness rating of 87%? Is that it? Oh, that's the end of the first chapter. Hello, Betsy. In which we have our first run-in with the unbiased media. I really like this effect of him in the coffee. That's really cool. You look startled. What's wrong? Yes, our candidate is very passionate about cat booties. Like, way too passionate. Why do so many people think Earl Grey is hot? He's not that hot, is he? And since when does it matter how attractive a politician is anyway? It's not like sexy cats are any better at politics than regular everyday house cats. Anna? I quickly scrolled through the comments. Super hot. Can get it. So adorable, I'd switch parties just for him. And OMG, why aren't you my senator? I'd cuddle him. I would too, but I'd cuddle all cats pretty much, so. Tammy the Tabby writes, I don't usually like older men, but I would love to do some heavy petting with him. Ew. He's like if Brad Pitt were a cat. What? Why is this a thing? Meow writes muffins from Sleeveland. That's not even a cat pun. I fell in love with him when I was a kitten, and he's only gotten finer with age. And for some reason, there's a picture of a random supermodel on his profile. Why is that even here? Unless, oh my gosh, is that what Earl Grey looked like when he was younger? Oh wow, he was very handsome, to put it mildly. Now his hotness rating makes way more sense. Diana! Oh, we got an achievement called Hot Tea. We learned the tea. Oh, sorry, I was distracted for wait, how did we get in the bathroom? You look like you were about to faint, so I nudged you into here. Now then, what's so distracting? Other than your, quote, smoldering senatorial sexiness, I was distracted by the comparison counter. Comparison counter? Yeah, it lets you compare and contrast the different candidates. They've already got a special webpage set up that goes over all 6 fancy furball contenders. Interesting, but that's nothing new. Every media outlet will release an article like that now that the official list of candidates has been released. Yeah, but you can sort by issue on this site. So, for example, if I look up the cat booties issue we mentioned earlier, it shows that... Oh, that's unexpected. What's unexpected? You wanted to give 500 million for cat booties, right? All the other candidates only want 5 million. The real reason is the scene was taking too long and I needed to change rooms. Every single one of them agrees on the issue, down to the penny? Yes, their proposed budgets match perfectly. That's great news for us. It is? I don't follow. Don't you see? You should announce that you agree with them. You can lower your budget from 500 million to 5 million to match theirs. Not only will you save money, but it improves on your weakest point. It won't be a weak point anymore because everyone agrees on it. So I improve my budget and shield myself from attack. That is quite clever indeed, but what else should I expect from someone with 4 doctorates? I have 4 I mean, of course I have 4 doctorates. What are your doctorates in? Oh, you know, doctor stuff, medicine, x-rays, viruses, and medicine. You said medicine twice. I was a double major. You know, I put myself through college. All 4 years at Purrrl. I like Purrrl. I didn't even have to take out any student loans. That's why it always surprises me when these young cats say college should be free. Oh boy, are we gonna hit this topic today? How much did college cost when you went? $200 a semester. Can you believe it? I had to work like twice to pay for it. Now then, can I count on you to release my updated budget to the press? Okay, boomer. Of course, just as soon as I figure out how to do that. Excellent. What's next? What should you do next? Well, obviously I'm gonna work. I'm not gonna go home and take a nap. I'm not a slacker. We work on the campaign schedule, of course. Are there any places you particularly want to visit? I hear Indiana is nice this time of year. I would love to visit every single state, but there's only a week before the election. We don't have enough time unless I visit 3 states per day. I agree, that's not realistic. Well, let's try to visit all the important states then. Maybe we'll stop off at a few of the smaller states no one cares about. That way they'll feel appreciated. We should also check where my opponents are going. We don't want to double book an event by accident. Or maybe we could purposely double book events. That way you'll steal the crowds away from your competition. It's sneaky, but it could work. I don't think we need to resort to dirty tactics. I want to run a campaign that's clean as a whistle. Earl Grey and I worked out a general schedule together. To be honest, he did most of the work. He's the one with all the campaign experience after all. I mostly helped by practicing tearing phone books in half in case he ever asked about that part of my resume. I can see how working in politics for over 15 years has come in handy. Earl Grey barely even needs me at all. I noticed we're pretty smart. I wonder why we were an Uber driver. You know, sometimes you just gotta pay the bills. Wow, this is an interesting... There was one thing I could contribute, my technical expertise. Honestly, I'm not sure Earl Grey has ever pawed at a keyboard before, unless it's to check his Meowell account. The last time I saw a computer as old as his was in a museum. I noticed he has a cute cat girl figurine. I logged onto his campaign website using his old manager's password, and adjusted his proposed budget. Done. I should probably write a blurb about this so people know about our new platform. What should I write? Oh, should we write something fancy? I feel like that might lead to bad things. We better see a rotary phone. I'm sure there's one just off screen. I don't know. This is the first one that I've been like, ooh, This is a tough one. I feel like something fancy leads to the possibility that we're going to screw up. But this just seems like taking the easy way out. Neither of these are particularly good options. What do you guys think? I am soliciting opinions. As always, we will shamelessly cheat to get the boy, but I don't know. I have compelling arguments in my head for both. I don't know. I'm gonna try quick and easy because I think fancy sounds like we're gonna screw it up. As soon as I saw Paul say that, I knew I should have done the other one. I literally clicked it as I saw Paul say it, which means I should do the other one. Fine. I just feel like this is a huge opportunity for me to screw up, just saying. I can't trust you, Paul, clearly. I will write the fanciest blurb I can think of. Dearest members of the press, we are gathered here today to celebrate the new budget of Earl Grey. Lo, what a wondrous budget it is, for now cat booties are properly funded. See, that sounds stupid. I urge thee, fair readers, to reject Earl Grey's lying competitors who try to slander our noble candidate. As William Scratchspear once wrote, fake art their news, fake, I say. Fake their promises, the foul louses. Their campaign shall oh god, I can't do Shakespeare. Wither and decay, a plague on all their houses. See, that was aggressive. We didn't need to go that far. That might be a bit too fancy. After that, I booked flights and hotels. I checked the campaign email to see if Earl Grey had been invited to talk anywhere, but no. No one was reaching out to us, not even a high school young fancy furballs club. Maybe I had the wrong email address, or maybe I was checking too soon. After all, Earl Grey's candidacy was less than a few hours old. It'd be silly to expect speaking offers so quickly. I'll just contact local venues and the places we're visiting. I'm sure some places will accept us. Earl Grey is a well-regarded veteran politician, after all. We are gathered here today to marry a cat booty, which is probably not the weirdest thing we've done in this game. I decided to watch the news that night and see what people were saying about the various fancy furball candidates. The results were not good. Oh man. Obviously, there's no reason at all to vote for Kaleidoscope. He's just another vapid celebrity who should stay in his lane. Mark my words, he'll only get votes because he's handsome and famous. Heck, if that's all it takes, maybe I should run. And then there's this idiot, Earl Grey. Wow, I thought he died years ago. He's so old, he probably signed the Constitution. Well, they brought Earl Grey out of the cryogenic freezer so he could run for president one more time. Bully for him. When are they gonna realize he's never going to win? Nobody ever votes for you. You are never going to become president. How many times did you teach this lesson, old man? I know. I'm being a little harsh on him, but I just wanted to preface that Earl Grey is ridiculously old and out of touch because it explains his major policy blunder today. You gotta love the timing on this. They announced his candidacy for president, and just a few hours later, he changes the budget proposals on his website. Like, did he think nobody would notice? Normally, when a politician makes huge changes on the sly like this, it's because they're trying to avoid bad press. Well, too bad, Earl Grey, you just got it. Earl Grey just cut his funding for cat booties by $495 million. That's more than double my annual salary. At that rate, why doesn't he just defund them permanently? Other candidates have been quick to capitalize on this assault against feline decency. Oh, hey, feline. According to my calculations, it is disgraceful that Earl Grey would underfund these factories. What a two-faced liar, pretending to care about cats when all he cares about is kickbacks from special interests. Okay, so I'm a little high on catnip right now, but that doesn't mean I can't scratch my tush in public. I'm offended you would even suggest something like that. What is this background? Why is there an angel in the background? Even President Nibbles got in on the action. As President of the United States, I promised I wouldn't interfere with the fancy furball primaries, but this is so egregious that I have to comment on it. Earl Grey's plan to cut funding to our nation's booty factories is wrong. Flat out wrong. We the cats deserve better than this. Our kittens deserve better. I know I'm just a kitten, but dude, Earl Grey is super old. He's so old it kind of freaks me out. I want to- Wait, what do you mean you're still recording? Stop the video now. Ouch, you know you've messed up when even the President of the United States calls you out. Will this scandal be the thing that finally ends Earl Grey's political career? I, for one, really, really hope so. That's it for your totally unbiased election update. After the break, why the people our sponsors hate are ruining the country. Stay tuned. I like that cat. It's a cute cat. Oh, in which the cops are after us. Oh my god. Why? Probably because of these drugs. Oh, why is there a dog here? That makes over 20 in less than a day. I recommend you get someone to screen your mail. I understand your concerns, but I don't think we can afford to hire another worker right now. Then what do you want me to do with all of it? What's going on here? Hey Earl, who's this? Hello Diana, this is Officer Bloodgood. Oh, from the local police force. Thank you, random name generator. Apparently we caused a bit of a crisis at the Post Meow office. A crisis? About 40 bags of mail have come in, all addressed to Earl Grey. The mail carriers threatened to strike and the police were called in. Oh, wow, I don't know what to say. I didn't even know we got mail here. I thought this building was just our temporary headquarters for the week. They're all nasty letters about the budget change. People really, really hate it. As I was saying to Mr. Grey here, I recommend you either get a mail screener or put a hold on mail delivery for the duration of the campaign. I guess we'll have to put a hold on the mail then. That does seem like our only option. Thank you for your help, Officer Bloodgood. Sorry our mail ruined your morning. Hey, don't worry about it. I like meeting new people. Just don't let me see you two again. Haha. Aw, doggo. The officer with the weird vampire name left, chuckling to himself as if he'd made some kind of hilarious private joke. That was embarrassing. I don't normally have the police visit me in my office. Okay, now that the officer is gone, let's talk about... Oh god, both of these things seem important and related. I guess we should talk about the funding, right? Because that kind of seems like the first thing. Maybe I'm a fool? I'm gonna say this. Don't tell me you're gonna talk about the cat in the room. The cat in the room, isn't that you? It's a common phrase, Dana. It means something we don't want to talk about. I'm afraid we have to talk about it. We can't just ignore the issue if you're getting dozens of bags of mail about it. Gosh, who even sends real-life mail anymore anyway? Most of my constituents do. They keep forgetting their email passwords. I just don't understand it. You told me I made the right decision about the booties. You did. I told you. People were furious about your funding. Changing it was definitely the right move. Only it wasn't. Now everyone's even more furious with me. Maybe we should reverse our decision? I can't backtrack on a major campaign issue. That'd make me look weak. Like a flip-flopper, a teeter-totter, a pooper-scooper. We could frame it as a strength. You listened to what everyone was saying and you made your decision accordingly. You're the president who listens to the public. I know exactly what's gonna happen if we try that. Oh, thank God. The president who listens? Are you kidding me? If you actually listened to the people, you wouldn't have made such a boneheaded mistake in the first place. Probably fair. Well, what do you think we should do? I don't know, maybe I should just rub my cheek against all the angry voters until they're not mad at me anymore? That's not realistic. What do you want me to do? People hated my budget, so I changed it. Did exactly what everyone wanted me to do, and they still hate me. I was trying to win over voters by honoring their wishes. Instead, all I did was give my opponents a weapon to whack me in the snoot with. Aw, no one's gonna boop his snoot. I did my own research, and you're right. Over 70% of voters wanted me to decrease the budget for cat booties, and now over 70% of voters disapprove of my actions. Is your approval rating that low right now? Last I checked, it plummeted to 21%. It might even get lower than my age soon. That's awful. I'm so sorry. This is all my fault. No, it's not. Yes, it is. I'm the one who insisted that you change your budget. Heck, I'm the one who came up with the idea of changing the budget to $5 million. You only said that because everyone else has the same amount in their budgets. That's another thing that makes no sense. I literally have the same budget figure as my opponents, and they're attacking me for it. I have the hiccups. I agree with them on the issue and they're saying I'm in the wrong. It makes no sense. Is this just the way it's gonna be from now on? No matter what I do, every pie, that's reaching, says I'm wrong and hates me for it? Come on, not every pie hates you. You've got a lot of fans. I had a lot of fans back when I was young and handsome. Now I'm just old and alone. How many speaking engagements had I been invited to? Well, none so far, but I'm sure they'll come pouring in soon. That's just wishful thinking at this point. And even if I did give a speech, my opponent would trash me for it. What's the point in trying if I'm criticized no matter what I do? Poor Earl Grey. He's really broken up over this. I should... Well, we're not... No, what? We're not gonna use reverse psychology. That sounds awful. I'm gonna try and cheer him up. Don't feel bad, Earl. Every political candidate has budget woes. It's part of the job. That's easy for you to say. You are the chief financial officer at 3 international organizations. Balancing budgets is child's play for you. That, might be true, but it's not important right now. The important thing is that you keep on trying. You can't win the presidency if you give up. That's what I thought the last 2 times I ran for president, and I still lost. Poopsie the Ninth's gonna beat me just like his father, Poopsie the Eighth. Yeah, but Poopsie the Eighth didn't become president. That basically proves the wrong cat won the primaries that year. The real winner should have been you. I don't feel much like a winner today. We're already 3 days into the campaign and all we've done is shoot ourselves in the paw. Alas. At least we're not the only ones. What do you mean? You didn't hear? Banders, our main competition, made a major gaffe at a spelling bee last night. Oh, Banders. B-O-A-T. Boat. Very good. Now, Banders, it's your turn. Please spell the word house. What? You know, house, as in you hope to take the White House in the general election. Can you use it in a sentence? I just did. Please spell the word, Banders. Oh, that one's easy. B-A-N, house, Banders. Spell house. Can we come back to me later? Oh, Banders. Oh, Banders. My sweet dumb boy. Why was he at a spelling bee? I don't know. Banders came in second to last place. It would have been last, but one of the children had to leave early because she was allergic to him. Champagne publicly chewed him out on litter. Wow, I'd say getting scolded by the head of the Fancy Furball National Committee is a pretty big political blunder. Indeed, they're even considering a constitutional amendment that if you can't spell the word cat, you can't run for president, which I support, by the way. You see, compared to him, you're doing great. Don't get me wrong, that's good news for our campaign, but I'd like to rise in the polls because voters like me, not because my competitors are nincompoops. I mean, we can't expect all the other politicians to accidentally ruin their campaigns. Kat's running for president is serious business, not a bunch of jokes. Still, what? I feel kind of bad that Banders is getting invited to events, and I'm not. You wanted to go to the spelling bee? I want to go to anything. I haven't been invited to a single event, not even seniors night at the local dance club. Aww. You're a dancer? I find that hard to believe. I'll have you know, I'm great at dancing. I can do the scratched potatoes, watch. Earl Grey tried to get up off the mailbag he was resting on when... Oh, ow, my back. The pain, that does it for me, I'm going to bed. But it's only 5:02. I know, it's way past my bedtime. I should have been asleep hours ago. Oh, good night? As I watched Earl Grey stumble out of the room, I couldn't help but wonder, is he too old to be president? I don't know, for the real question. In which we host an event for all our supporters. If we don't get invited anywhere, we'll just host them. Genius. Someone give this cat a hug, please. Hugs for Earl Grey. 3 days later, I was starting to feel a little discouraged. It was the day before the East Coast primary and we hadn't gotten any invitations to speak anywhere. I didn't want to tell Earl Grey the truth, so I lied. I took him to an open mic night event and I told him that they asked him to give a speech. That worked so well. I started taking him to a bunch of other public events like poetry slams and open houses. I feel bad about deceiving my boss, but at least we're getting his name out there. But today's the day that all changes. We have an actual, on-purpose campaign stop for the first time. It's the Scratch on Earl Grey fan club meet and greet event. If it's been 4 years since the last game, how is DJ Nibble still a kitten? He's just eternally a kitten. I figured that since we're not getting invited to any events, why not put on an event of our own? I hope a lot of people show up. I'm paying $200 an hour to rent the room. I am, personally. Hello, Scratch-On. It's wonderful to be here on this fine Monday morning, and there's no one here. Uh-oh. Why is no one here? Do we have the correct location? No, this is the right spot. Maybe I put down the wrong time when I posted the event on Facebook? This can't be right. There were at least 3 people waiting at the bus stop I spoke at yesterday. How could my crowds have dropped off at so much? No, I sent out the correct time and address. Maybe we're just here early. Let's wait and see if anyone shows up. Oh my god, it's the guy with the skateboard! Hello, I have a question for you. Look, one of my fans is here. I'll gladly take, what do you kids call it? A shellfish? No, I remember, a selfie with you. Oh, that's not necessary. I just want to know where the bathroom is. Go through that hallway, second door on the left. Great, thanks. Urkel. That was close. That wasn't a fan. He didn't even know my name. All he did was read it off the sign, and he got it wrong. In his defense, whoever wrote this sign has sloppy handwriting. Shh, I wrote the sign. This is pointless. We should leave. No, we can't give up. We rented this room for $200 an hour. No, don't give up yet. I'm 100% certain there are people here who want to meet you. Who would turn up a chance to meet the oldest senator in the country? You're right. Young kids these days love meeting their elder states cats. Actually, now that I think about it, when I was in grade school, I once faked sick to get out of going to a field trip to the state capitol. Meeting politicians isn't very fun. Oh, hi. Hello. A cat. See, Earl, I told you someone would want to come to our event. Oh, someone would come. Of course, I wouldn't miss it for the world. Ah, an enthusiastic fan. Excellent. I have a number of speeches prepared for this event. Which one do you want me to give? You're the only one so far, so you get to pick. Oh, sorry, I'm not here to see you. I'm here to see Diana. Me? Why? Don't you recognize me? I know it's been 7 years, but... Oh my gosh, Peepers! I didn't recognize you at first. Earl, this is the cat my family had when I was growing up. That's weird. Your family owned a talking cat as a pet? I'm not a pet, I was their companion. 7 years ago, I moved away and started life on my own. Makes sense. I moved out of my parents' house too when I grew up. So what have you been doing all this time? I've been working as a therapy cat for overexcited dogs. What about you? I had a lot of trouble finding a job, so I became a rideshare driver. Last week I started a new career as a political campaign manager. What? That's not what your resume says. Oops, I forgot Earl Grey was standing right there. That's the simplified version of the story, boss. This cat is your boss? Don't you recognize me? Say yes. Say yes. Am I supposed to? I'm running for president of the United States. The East Coast primary is tomorrow. Oh, right, you're that feline guy who got his tail stuck in an electric outlet. I'm surprised you're out of the repair shop already. Feline is someone else. This is Earl Grey. Sorry, I've never heard of you before. I don't really follow politics, you see. No. Then how did you know about Feline? The video is all over the internet. Haven't you seen it? I don't really use the internet for that much besides buying visual novels. Here, I'll look it up. YouTube. Okay, it's in the top 10 trending videos right now. Epic robot cat fail. Watches this robot cat uses the wrong outlet and accidentally short circuits itself. The other top trending videos are kids react to robot cat, teens react to robot cat, celebrities react to robot cat, and a 10-hour video that's just pictures of cheese. Now I'm more convinced than ever that not using the internet is the right decision. Honestly, agreed. Personally, I'm surprised people are watching a video of a cat get electrocuted. I mean, I know he's a robot cat, so he probably can't feel pain, but it still seems gross to me. I know, it's all rather shocking. Oh no! Hey, I know you! You're that cat from that news show! Yes, it's always wonderful to meet my fans. Oh, and what's this? 1, 2, 3. I appear to have more fans here than Earl Grey does. At an Earl Grey event, no less. Well, bully for me! Ha ha ha! Buying visual novels sounds like a Diana thing to do. It in fact is. I'm not a fan of either of you two. I've never even heard of you before. Oh, don't act stupid. Of course you have. Although I guess acting stupid is the only way you can fit in at a campaign event for Earl Grey. I swear I'm not getting paid enough for this. Well, it sounds like you have important business to take care of, Diana. Catch up with you later, okay? Bye! So, Earl, I know for a fact you haven't had any TV interviews since the campaign started. Why is that? Is it because of reruns of Catlock? I would love that. Get better ratings than a last place loser like you? I'm not in last place. Only because 2 of your opponents took themselves out of the running. Care to comment on that? Or would you rather comment on your total lack of judgment and character? No? Did we get that on camera? You heard it here first. Folks, Earl Grey admits he has no integrity. I meant no comment. Then what about you, Miss Judgment So Poor she signed on to this dumpster fire of a campaign? Will you give me a soundbite on the fact that your campaign is a failure? Or your candidate? Sorry, that said candidate. It is not true that Earl Grey is a failure. He's done a lot. Campaign manager says Earl Grey is a failure. Perfect. We'll be trending worldwide in no time with a headline like that. Thanks, idiots. What? No, you just cut out half of my sentence. So what? There's no law saying I can't selectively edit your statements to make you look as awful as possible. That's just smart journalism. That's not journalism at all. It's just lying. So sue me. Oh wait, you can't afford a lawyer because you've received exactly 0 campaign donations. I guess that means I can make fun of you and there's nothing you can do about it. What are you gonna do? Cry about it? No. We're gonna go here. We'll just do an exclusive interview with Rock Patriot. Oh my god. Explaining all about your scheme. Like I care. That guy's just a fake Muse partisan hack. I don't care that people respect him more than me and he gets better ratings than me and everyone loves his tight abs and please don't go on his show. I'll do anything. Oh yeah? Would you even throw all your video footage in the trash and endorse Earl Grey on your show? You drive a hard bargain, lady. It's not gonna make a difference though. You're the last place candidate. Ragging on you is like picking low-hanging catnip. No cat punching! Besides, I've already filed an official complaint against your campaign. What is the... Oh no, the cops! The cops are here! Hold it right there. We've got reports of harassment in this area, and you two again. Hello, Officer Bloodgood. I warned you not to let me see you again, and yet here you are, standing before me. You know what this means? Uh-oh. You'll let us off with a stern warning? Wrong. I'm kicking you out of the building. But we already paid for this room for the next... I don't care. Either you leave now or I'll arrest you for disturbing the peace. Ha ha ha! Earl Grey forced at gunpoint to leave his own event. The headlines write themselves. I see 0 guns. Gunpoint? There's no guns involved here. Who cares? That's journalism, sweetie. Move it, you two, and don't let me see you again. Got it? As far as I'm concerned, it's 3 strikes and you're out. Well, that was unfair. Ugh, I hate Mondays. Yeah, same. It's supposed to be... Which we learn about our candidate's love life. Oh, here's what we're here for. Thank God. I was feeling anxious when I turned on the news that night. Would Bully use his bully pulpit to utterly destroy Earl Grey's campaign? As it turned out, no. He talked about Earl Grey for 10 seconds during a recap of all the candidates, then he changed the topic. All that worry was for nothing. I'm not naive enough to believe our problems are over forever, though. He's still got the footage of us looking bad. He can use it against us whenever he wants. I suspect he avoided talking about Earl Grey on purpose because he didn't want to give us any last-minute buzz. After all, the East Coast primary was taking place the next day. It's a total blowout! Poopsie the Ninth has won 70% of the vote in the East Coast primary, practically guaranteeing he will win the nomination. But let's look at the gallery of losers. Bander's at 1% of the vote because he's an idiot. Feline at 2% of the vote, so he's pretty much offline. And how's this for numbers? The others are 8, 9, and 10. 8 for the nobody Mr. Biscuits, 9 for the has-been Kaleidoscope, and 10% for the never will be Earl Grey. Not that it makes a difference. Even if all 3 of them combine forces into one super loser, Poopsie the Ninth more than doubles their results. Next week's West Coast primary is unlikely to change anything. We got 10% of the vote? It's good that we got double digits, but I don't get it. If that many people are willing to vote for Earl Grey, why does no one invite him to any events? Well, that's it. Our campaign is over. Now hold on, you can't say that just because we lost horribly. Last election, I got 19% of the East Coast vote, and I still lost the primary. There's no way I'm gonna win this time with an even worse showing. Oh. To be honest, I had a feeling we would lose. Not to criticize you or anything, but you've scheduled me for far fewer events than any of my former campaign managers. Why, if I didn't know any better, I'd say you're not a real campaign manager at all. Oh no. Oh no, it's time for this again. Do we tell the truth or do we lie? Aw, man. This is a tough one. I hate these choices. Because I have a very good argument for both. I hate these. I normally always advocate telling the truth, but I think the last time I told the truth, I got in trouble. So I probably shouldn't tell the truth if I learned from last time. Shut up, Paul. I'm reasoning. I'm gonna lie. No, I'm not. It's because I think outside the box. I mean, I'm just saying, I technically became a real campaign manager by becoming a campaign manager. Fine. The truth is, you're right. I'm not a campaign manager. But your resume says that... My resume says a lot of stuff that isn't true. I wouldn't trust anything on it. Do you mean to tell me you aren't a former wrestling world heavyweight champion? No, and I didn't really build the first personal computer either. My guidance counselor just made all that stuff up because he didn't think I could get a job on my own merits. He was probably right about that. I can't say I'm not disappointed. I was hoping you could introduce me to the macho cat Randy Rabid. No. I'm sorry. I should have just told you the truth before I accepted the job. Well, what's done is done, and I'm glad you finally came clean. The only question I have now is, what do we do? Hi, following? We're trying to help Earl Grey become president. We came in second at the East Coast primary, but we came in second by like a total distant margin, so now our candidate is sad, and we're trying to cheer him up. We need to do something big, something that will attract a lot of media attention. Do you remember what President Nibbles did when his campaign was stalling? Not really. I was a little busy running my own campaign at the time. Then let me tell you, candidate Nibbles was headed for almost certain defeat against the party favorite, just like we are, and he turned everything around by picking a vice president. We're going to announce that we picked a vice president before I've even secured the nomination? That's outrageous. It's just outrageous enough to work. If you already have a VP, it'll force people to take you more seriously. Besides, what do we have to lose? But who will be my vice president? It'd be pretty difficult to find someone who is as eloquent and successful as vice president podium. Well, unless you want to pick one of your senator buddies, our options are basically limited to Mr. Biscuits and Kaleidoscope. Empty podium for VP. I think we should pick Mr. Biscuits. He's practically the opposite of me. In what ways? I'm experienced in politics, and he's not. I'm older, and he's younger. He's a family man who has a kitten of his own named Betsy, and I've never been married. Oh no, time for a tragic backstory, everyone, buckle up. Why not? Did the right kitty never come along? I'm not sure. I guess I've always been so focused on my political career, I forgot to focus on my love life. Why, it's been at least 6 years since a human last patted me. What? Wait, you like humans? I love humans. If this campaign fails, I'm gonna have a catu transformatio. You know, the surgery where a talking cat permanently becomes a human. Yes, I know all about cat-to-human surgery. It's fairly common these days. I was actually a little surprised to learn my old cat Peepers never had one. It's not for everyone, I guess. When I become human, is it okay if I ask you for help? I'm sure it'll take time to adjust to my new body. I'd be glad to help you, but you're not gonna be a human anytime soon. I plan on winning you the nomination and making you our next cat president. Good, but how do we do that? Mumbling Cyclops, Earl Grey's cat, me. Well, we're gonna win you the presidency then. Mr. Biscuits is going to be in Phoenix, Arizona for a fundraising event. We should meet up with him and tell him our plan to make him the vice president. Do you think he'll accept? I'm not sure, to be honest. If he's smart, he will. He's the last place candidate. He has to know his chances of victory are terrible. So cat girls are canon. Yes, exactly. Now that you mention it, does it really make sense to team up with the last place candidate? Doesn't that make us look weak by association? Crap, he's got a point. Look, we might be making things up as we go along, but I'm sure this will work. Does that mean that I'm a cat girl? Okay, I believe in you, Diana. You shouldn't. Thanks, Earl. You're the greatest. I took a moment to pat Earl Grey on the head. He seemed surprised, but pleased. Yes? Oh, officially. We've got confirmation from one of the creators. We are just a cat girl. You should really advertise that more. The next day, we put our plan into action. We went to Mr. Biscuit's big campaign event, a 5K fun run. Oh my god, look at all these dogs. Excuse me, Mr. Biscuits. Oh, hi, sorry, you can't talk now. We're almost ready to get started. Okay, everyone is in place. The race is gonna begin just as soon as the gun fires. And 3, 2, 1. Oh no! Mr. Biscuits, are you okay? Someone call an ambulance, the cat has been shot! Oh god, I keep accidentally hitting the right click. Haha, just kidding, I'm fine. Wasn't that hilarious though? Totally worth all the money I paid to come out here. Did you organize a 5K just so you could pretend to be shot? And trained for it for 6 months too. Totally worth it. Plus, this way I could say I'm really running for president. Haha. Oh, everyone is super betrayed by that. You didn't like that joke, huh? Well, here, let me try this one on for size. Ha! Oh my god, he put on a hat. You're wearing a hat. No, I'm throwing my hat into the ring. Haha. Enough jokes, though. I recognize you as one of the other presidential candidates. Why do you want to talk to me? Well, what do you want to do? Make up an excuse to leave. We should probably actually do what we said we were gonna do, right? I mean, I know, look how sharp he looks in that hat. We've come all this way to ask you a very important question. Earl Grey? Mr. Biscuits, we haven't known each other very long, but these past several days have been the best of my entire life. You make me the happiest cat on earth. The mad cat did it. He's wearing a hat. I couldn't imagine my campaign without you. Will you do me the honor of being my vice president? Whoa, vice president? That's quite an honor, but no thanks. I don't really like Chinese food. Not rice president, vice president. But I don't even have a workshop. What am I supposed to do with a bunch of vices? I think you've got the wrong guy. Alright, you know what? I'm slightly regretting this decision. Is he making a joke right now, or does he seriously not understand what we're saying? Marry me. Matt clearly has a favorite. It was very nice meeting you, though. You haven't put out any attack ads against me. I really appreciate that. Now, if you excuse me, I've got a race to run. Oh, he's off. Mr. Biscuit scampered away, taking our presidential hopes away with him. Fine, we'll go ask Kaleidoscope then. In which our past catches up with us. Uh-oh. I don't like that. What now? If Mr. Biscuits doesn't want to be your vice president, there's only one other option. We quit? No, for the last time, we aren't quitting. Is this why you've always lost before? Because when the going gets tough, you just gave up? It isn't just tough, it's impossible. Maybe after 17 years and 6 failed elections, it's time for me to just listen to the voters and give them what they want. Anyone other than me. No, I was making a joke because it sounded like Earl was proposing. It did, but you said it, Mac. Are you done feeling sorry for yourself yet? We have a campaign to run. Whatever you think is best. As I was saying, we have only one option left. Kaleidoscope. We need to ask him to join our ticket as the vice presidential candidate. You're right. And we need to keep what happened a secret, too. If word got out that we asked the last place candidate to be our running mate and he turned us down, we'd be laughed out of politics. Agreed. I'll see if I can find Kaleidoscope. I did a quick Moogle search, and it turned out Kaleidoscope was signing autographs in Clawleywood that day. We had literally nothing else to do, still no speaking invitations, so we booked a flight. We just flew to California real quick. Eee! I can't believe we're going to meet Kaleidoscope! I've seen every movie he's made! my god. I agree, he's so cute. I love him. What I wouldn't give, that's... to run my hands through his thick, lush... Whoa, hey, you with the fur. Are you in movies too? If not, you should be. Look at that handsome boy. You can't say that about yourself. Are you talking to me? Wow, I love the whole distinguished older gentleman thing you've got going on. I'm jealous. Come play with us, kitty cat. We'll show you a good time. Ew, creepy. Also, I see this ad for your game studio in the background. Hey, these two flirts are making a pass at my candidate. Back off. This is... Oh, we can't say he's my boyfriend. Yes, this is Paul. That's weird. I won't say that. What? We're supposed to say he's my boyfriend? I don't like that. Fine. I feel like that's so odd at this point. Well, he is. He's not yet. It's called consent. He's my boyfriend, so stay away. Aw, we weren't gonna steal him or anything. We just want to pet him. I'm 100% loyal to my snuggle bear. Ugh. So if you want to flirt with cats, you better go somewhere else. Perhaps a milk bar. Aw. Ew, this got weird. Also, I like the KittyCon logo. Oh, hey! That's me! Look! That's... Well, that got rid of them. Why'd you call me your boyfriend? Well, I don't know. I was wondering if you were gonna notice. Yeah, that's the logo you made for me for one of your other games. It was the first thing that popped into my mind. It wasn't. Interesting how that is the first thing you come up with. I didn't. Look who's talking, Snuggle Bear. Luckily, everyone else let us pass by without incident, and we reached the front of the line where Kaleidoscope was pressing his ink-covered paw to a copy of Cat to the Future on Laser Hiss. Kale's still missing. Hey babe, how you doing? And who should I... Hey, you're the cat who got more votes than me. Hello, Kaleidoscope. I'm Earl Grey. It's nice to meet you, officially. Nice to meet you too, I guess. So what brings you here? No, wait, let me guess. You want to sign autographs with me? Great thinking, babe. Sign autographs with you? Why would I want to do that? To drum up publicity for your next project, of course. Don't tell anyone, but I'm being considered for a role in the remake of Harry Potter and the Clublet of Fur. We don't have a next project. We're focused on the campaign, aren't you? To be honest, no. There's no chance I'm gonna win the nomination at this point, so I'm turning my campaign into a giant publicity tour for my acting career instead. You're not trying to campaign anymore? That's good news, because I have a great offer for you. Oh yeah? I want you to be my vice president. Are you in? I am so out. It's like I'm your hairdo right now, babe. That doesn't make any sense. No offense, Earl Grey, but you've been a senator longer than I've been alive. You're great at politics, but I'm not teaming up with you to do a buddy movie. It's not a buddy movie, this is real life. Yeah, and that's a great real life idea. I should look for a vice president of my own. Maybe my pal Rocky would agree to do it. Oh no, he's gonna steal our idea. Why not? It's a great idea. It might give me so much publicity that I'd be a legitimate political contender again. Call it Kaleidoscope 2, the race is back on. Now see here, you entitled brat. In the Senate, we don't steal each other's ideas. Oh, we don't steal other people's ideas. We co-sponsor their bills and pretend like we came up with the idea on our own. I have no idea what that means, but I don't want any trouble. Security. Wait, don't... Oh no, the cops. Yes, Kaleidoscope? Take these two away from me. They're trying to tarnish my brand. What, you two again? I warned you to stop causing trouble. That makes 3 times you screwed up. Now I'm gonna, oh shoot, sorry. Now I'm gonna have to take you to the boss. That sounds ominous. Run, Earl! We're running from the cops. We tried to bolt, but it was too late. Officer Bloodgood handcuffed me and tasered poor Earl Grey. Before I knew it, we were locked in the back of a car and driven to an undisclosed location. Honestly, running from the cops is probably not a good look for a presidential candidate, so like maybe this is for the best. Oh god. This is not a police station. Here we are. This doesn't look like a police station, it looks like an empty office building. This is where the boss works. You're gonna take the elevator to the top level. The password is Proud Persian. And what if we refuse? Then I knock you out and drag your unconscious bodies into the boss's office. Either way, you're going. Now that sounds like kidnapping. Jeez, who is this guy and who is he working for? Now see here, young man, I deal with lobbyists every day on Capitol Hill, and if you think I'm going to stand for your political intimidation... Bloodgood pawed his taser again and Earl Grey went quiet. We stepped into the elevator without any further resistance. I think this is the mob. I'm sure it's like champagne. Bloodgood didn't come inside the elevator with us. Maybe we should try to get off on another floor and escape? No, I'm sure they have all the exits guarded in this building. Don't tell me you're giving up again. What's the point in trying anymore? We asked Mr. Biscuits and Kaleidoscope and they both refused to be my vice president. This is our last chance to win the election. And we blew it. Oh no. It's just as well that we've been catnapped by random thugs. The campaign is dead anyway. It was dead before it even got started. Hang on, sorry, I'm getting a time-sensitive message. Oh my gosh, okay. Time-sensitive message, okay. What do you want to say? Well, no, we're obviously not going to say this is the end. That's horrible. There's still a chance. I don't know what it is. There's still a chance you can win this election. It's not over until election day. We already had one election. It was a blowout. Look on the bright side. This crazy catnapping episode might help our campaign. Can you imagine all the press we'll get from this? That's true, but I don't know. I'm too old for this, but thanks for trying to cheer me up, Diana. You're welcome. When we reached the top floor, we were greeted by armed guards. We gave them the password and were led into an office. Is it Poopsie? It's probably Poopsie. This is the worst what is this cat? What's this cat doing just sitting here? This must be where the boss works, but I don't see anyone. Ah, I knew it was Champagne. You Earl Grey, what are you doing here? Champagne? It's the head of the Fancy Furball National Committee. She was the one who hired me as a campaign manager in the first place. I was told we had captured some violent political disruptors. Is that you? What's going on here? That's what I was going to ask. There must be some mistake here. You see, you're a police officer? Earl Grey quickly explained our 3 run-ins with Officer Bloodgood. That's terrible. I'm so sorry about this. I had no idea you were mistaken for political anarchists. Make no mistake, I will fire this officer and look into the matter personally. You are, of course, free to go. Let's get those cuffs off you. If there's anything else I can do to help you, don't hesitate to ask. Well, an endorsement would be nice. No, sorry, Earl Grey, but what we need right now is an explanation. Champagne, why are you kidnapping people? It's a good question. In which the secret about Earl Grey's campaign is out. My lord. What? Why is she kidnapping people? Kidnapping people? Don't be ridiculous. I've done nothing of the sort. You had us paw cuffed by someone dressed like a police officer and then dragged to your office building, which is like the definition of kidnapping. I already told you that was a mistake. We thought you were political disruptors. Yeah, that doesn't mean it's not kidnapping. It just means you're bad at kidnapping. What were you going to do with the disruptors anyway? Kill them? Nothing. I was just going to yell at them for a bit, bring the claws out, you know. I certainly would have let them go once the election's over. What was that last part? This all seems super shady to me. I think we should go straight to the media. Oh, you're one to talk about shady, Diana. You're not even a real campaign manager. Who told you? I knew your resume was fake from the moment I laid my eyes on it. It was so obvious that you knew nothing about politics, I knew I had to hire you. Wait, what? You knew the whole time? It was so easy to fool you, too. I pretended to be desperate, and you didn't question the fact that I was hiring a complete unknown on the spot. You didn't even suspect anything when I gave you the pick of the litter, as if I'd actually let a random stranger change the course of the election. Now that she mentions it, that was a little suspicious. I'm sorry, but I don't understand. It sounds like you intentionally manipulated things so I would be saddled with a first-time campaign manager. Exactly. I knew that with Diana in charge, your campaign would be doomed to failure. She didn't even notice that I locked her out of the email account. Locked out? Is that why we haven't gotten any invitations to speaking events? Oh, you've been invited to dozens of events. You just didn't get to see it because they all went to a different email address. How did you not figure that out on your own? You know, I did think about that. You jerk. Why are you doing this? It sounds like you're purposeful. Yeah, trying to make your campaign fail. Or our campaign. I'm sorry, I can read. Exactly. I want you to lose the election. I've been working behind the scenes to ensure that Poopsie wins. Well, isn't that like nepotism? What? Sabotage. He was cheated out of victory during the last election. I'm not going to let that happen again. It's his turn to win. He deserves it. I joined the party leadership to ensure he wins. I stacked the deck in his favor. Look at all the other candidates. They're a bunch of tin cans. Mr. Biscuit's a random idiot off the street who can't say 2 sentences without making a dumb joke. Kaleidoscope, a celebrity who doesn't care about politics at all but just wants to sell more movie tickets. Feline, a robot, a literal robot. He'd be incapacitated if it rained on him. To be fair, none of us like getting wet. Banders, a bonkers reject from the Sharp Claw party. And finally, you, the biggest loser of them all. Did you know that no cat in history has lost more presidential elections than you? Quite the accomplishment, said no one ever. Fine, so you purposely picked candidates that you thought would lose. But how? The 6 candidates are chosen by a secret ballot. Obviously it was rigged, honey. Get with the times, come on. Ah, there's the tummy rub. As the party leader, I got to count the votes. Turns out the cat who counts the votes matters more than the cats who cast the votes. Oh my god, this is too real. Let's move on. You made up the results? Yes, and it worked flawlessly. Poopsie is going to win the Fancy Furball nomination, and there's nothing you can do about it. We can. I mean, we can go to the press, obvi. We can go to the press and reveal your vote tampering scheme. They won't believe you. The press hates you. They'll write you off as sore losers, making up lies to protect your fragile egos. I can tell my fellow senators about you. And I can have you removed from the Fancy Furball party before you even leave this office. You'd have to quit the election, or worse, run as an independent. Is that what you want? No. Nobody wants that. Good. Now go back to your stupid little campaign office and do nothing for the rest of the week. If you don't cause any trouble, I'll make sure you're rewarded. You mean I'll be vice president? Ha ha ha, I will be the vice president. You can have an unimportant cabinet position. We need to get you out of the Senate anyway. You're too old. Time for a replacement. Said no one ever in actual real politics. Ugh. I don't care if you've rigged this election. You're not the one who decides the next president. The American citizens get to decide that. So what? Nobody's gonna vote for Earl Grey. He only got 10% of the vote last time, and this time he'll get even fewer votes. We're going to turn things around at the debate. Don't make me laugh. When voters see your decrepit cat standing next to the radiant and vivacious Poopsie the Ninth, all you're going to do is make Poopsie look good, just like I planned. Does Poopsie even know you're stacking the deck in his favor? It wouldn't be a very effective scheme if I told everyone about it, now would it? You told us. Because you're old and nobody cares what you have to say. Ta-ta! Okay, bye. Champagne waved her tail at us and her armed guards led us out of the building. Before I knew it, we were back at our office. This is terrible. I know, we have to tell someone, but who? No one will believe us. I'm not so sure about that. There must be someone in the media who is objective enough to help us. I'll check, but oh no. What is it? Uh-oh. Loser alert, loser alert. Earl Grey was spotted earlier today at a campaign event for Kaleidoscope. Can you believe it? Talk about desperate. No, how did he find out? Instead of doing his own campaign events, Earl Grey sponges off someone else. That's awful, but it's understandable. Here is exclusive footage from Earl Grey's last campaign event. Billy showed a clip from the meet and greet in Scratchton where no one attended besides my old cat Peepers. I knew he still had that footage. No one showed up at Earl Grey's campaign stop. That must be why he went to Kaleidoscopes. He wanted to see what a real politician or a political event is like, or he went to beg for help. According to a source whose name I can't reveal on air, Earl Grey went to ask Kaleidoscope about the possibility of a vice presidency. Oh, Kaleidoscope, you're so much more popular than I am. Please let me be your vice president. Don't believe me? Here's a clip. Offense, Earl Grey, but you've been a senator longer than I've been alive. You're great at politics, but I'm not teaming up with you to do a buddy movie. That was Earl Grey getting shut down hard by Kaleidoscope. Bully for him. But the worst moment came shortly afterwards when Earl Grey was let off by security. Here's some footage shot by smartphone. Oh no. That's not fair. He edited those clips to make it seem like you wanted to be his VP, not the other way around. I bet Champagne is his anonymous source. She probably did this as a warning to us, so we know she can't make good on her threats. Oh, she can. Sorry, I can read. What should Earl Grey do now? Well, obviously we're gonna prepare for the debate. Smartphone, the most legitimate of sources. I'm not giving up. I'm going to prepare for the debate tomorrow. It's my only chance to turn this election around. No, we're not ending the campaign. Holy crap. Even if Champagne tries to stop us? She can't stop the debate. There will be millions of Americans watching, and they get to hear directly from me. Yeah, I know. So there's still a chance for you to change the course of the election. It's the only chance I have. One last chance. For real this time. I do have one thing going for me at least. Debating is one of my specialties since I've run for president so many times before. That's probably why Champagne scheduled the debate in the second week of the campaign. Because if it happened the first week, people would have watched and they would have been more likely to vote for you. She's powerful and clever, but we have to keep trying. We cannot allow one person to decide, you're welcome, found another typo for you, who runs our country. This isn't just about my campaign anymore. This is about the future of democracy. Yes. No, come on. I've got you. We should prepare for the most important debate of our lives. I spent the next day searching through Earl Grey's website trying to find the elusive email address where all of our invitations had been sent. It turned out all our emails were being filtered through a number of private servers under the guise of security measures. I never would have questioned it if Champagne hadn't confessed to us. She must have been pretty confident of her plan succeeding if she felt she could tell us everything without any fear of repercussions. Can you guess how many events we were invited to? Over 50. I think we got invitations from every single state. I sent an apology letter to all the invitations we missed. Then I made a list of all the events we still had time to attend. I brought the list to Earl Grey, who was working in the office. Look, I have a list. Oh, he's dead. I think he's dead. Oh no. Hello, Earl? Oh, he's asleep. Oh, he's sleeping. I don't want to disturb him. I'll just leave this on his desk and... Diana, don't go! What? Is he dreaming about me? Whoops, oops. I keep right-clicking. I love you, Diana. I want to become human and be with you forever. You know, it's a little weird. He's been rotated 90 degrees. Holy crap. My boss is dreaming about me, and it sounds like we're... Oh, I don't know. Oh, this is questionable. Should we wait and see what happens? Should we see what kind of dream it is? Is it creepy? I mean, we weren't gonna, so I'm not... No way! It sounds like a Toko Byakuya situation. Oh god, no, it's not nearly that bad. No way am I passing up this opportunity. I'll wait and see what happens next. Definitely not creepy. Just think of it, Diana. We can live together in a human house and do human things like complaining about taxes and having thumbs. Just you and me and no one else. No, I wouldn't be too old for you. I asked them to give me a younger body. I'd be the same age as you. Oh, that's creepy. That's creepy. Wait, you could do that? Wow, it's like getting to start your life all over again. Guess that's something you think about when you get older. What do you mean it wouldn't work? No, you can't vote third party in this election. You can't. That would break my... No! Uh-oh. Earl, wake up! Huh? What? Oh, sorry. I had a nightmare about... Well, never mind. It was what it was about. I thought you said you'd be preparing for the debate tonight. I was, but it was very dull work. I already know all the issues like the back of my paw. And the computer keyboard was so warm and inviting and... Focus, Earl, focus! I know politics is boring. It's like President Nibbles always says during the State of the Union. I'd so rather be surfing right now. But he powers through it anyway, and you can too. How far did you get in your prep work before you fell asleep? Not very. I've been thinking about my other debate opponents, Mr. Biscuits and Kaleidoscope. Should I tell them about Champagne's machinations? After all, she has likely given Poopsie all the questions ahead of time. Why, she probably gave him the answers too. It's only fair to let them know. Well, that's certainly noble, but I'm not sure. Champagne did warn us not to tell anyone. There must be some way to tell them the truth without letting Champagne know about it. Maybe we could send them an anonymous telegram. An anonymous email might be a better idea. I'll check their websites and... Oh no. What is it now? Here's the front page of Kaleidoscope's website. Hello, America! I want you to watch the debate tonight where I will announce my pick for vice president. You won't want to miss it. There are going to be 3 cats on the debate stage, but in the end, only one of them will be my VP. The other 2 will be sent home mewling. Who will the winner be? The answer will shock and surprise you. Tune in tonight to find out. He stole our idea. It's worse than that. If we name a vice president now, everyone will think we're the copycats. So that's it. We're done for. All of the media attention will be on him and not on me. I doubt that. Champagne won't let him steal the spotlight from Poopsie. So all the media attention will be on Poopsie then. What difference does it make? Either way, I get ignored and Champagne's evil plan succeeds. You make it sound hopeless. Honestly, I don't see how it could be much worse unless I went ahead and caused a scandal by cussing out Poopsie during the debate. Wouldn't that be something? Are you serious? Half serious. I could say anything I want in the debate tonight. I've got literally nothing left to lose. But what about your career in the Senate? Champagne was right. My political career is at its end anyway. I'm not going to run for re-election in the Senate. It's either the presidency or bust. I'm losing my ability to read. That doesn't mean you should be reckless. What happened to running a clean campaign? I'm sorry, Diana. I know in my head that you're right, but in my heart, I'm just angry. Do you know what it's like to be told you're too old to be good at your job anymore? That you can no longer speak to the current generation? That you have nothing left to contribute to society and you should just retire and make room for someone else? Yes. Well, kind of. You know, technically I'm older than you, right? I'm 22, like I told you. I'm 91 in human years. Oh, wow, that's actually a lot older than I thought you were. You look so cute for your age. What? That took him by surprise. Good. Somebody needed to lighten the mood around here. Also, is it me or is he blushing a little under his fur? My point is, Champagne said the only reason she hired me is because I'm incompetent and that she expected me to fail. That hurt my feelings. I'm just as mad as you are about that. You're right, of course. I'm sorry. I didn't even ask how you were feeling after that. What do you want to do? Laugh at him. No, we're not. I feel weird kissing this cat. I'm gonna be honest. Obviously, we're just... I forgive you, Earl, but I don't think there's anything to forgive. I'm not mad at you at all. If anything, you're the one who should be mad at me. Because you lied about being a campaign manager? You told the truth eventually, and even if you had told me the truth from the start, I wouldn't have fired you. You wouldn't have? No, you were the only human campaign manager available, and I desperately needed a human. My last 2 campaigns, humans were 75% less likely to vote for me than cats. I figured having a human's perspective on my campaign team would change that. I want to appeal to all citizens, not just the ones with paws. It's not as popular with humans. I didn't know that before. I wonder why. He seems to love humans. Come on, let's talk about something else. I've got a list of invitations here. Yes, I finally found them, and we should answer them as soon as possible. We went over the various places that Earl Grey had been invited to speak, and we used those to create an agenda for the rest of the week. Earl Grey recognized some of them as people who donated to his campaigns in the past. I double-checked our finance records on a whim, and guess what? All of our campaign donations went through the fancy furball party. They claim that the money is divided up equally among all candidates to avoid giving any cat an unfair advantage. Considering that Champagne is the head of the fancy furballs, I find that a little hard to swallow. Not much else happened that day. Wow, my voice is going. Hold on. Earl Grey prepared for the debate, and I sent out messages to his followers through our social media channels. That night, we gathered with all the candidates inside a large auditorium. You can do this. Hang on, I gotta take a drink. Okay. Welcome to the Fancy Furball Debate. Tonight, the 4 remaining candidates will debate all the important issues that voters care about. And by that, I mean they're debating topics that we picked in advance, but you could pretend we let normal people pick the topics if that makes you feel better. Live in the studio are the totally unbiased moderators, the cutest couple in the Fancy Furball party right now, Champagne and her husband, Bully. Wait a minute. They're dating? This is going to be a great debate. I can't wait to hear what Poopsie has to say. He's a brilliant states cat and he'll do wonderful things for our country. Agreed. Poopsie is terrific, but not as terrific as you, my wonderful wife. Little past dating. That's true. Tee-hee, not in front of the body politic. Wait a second. Those two are married? That's dumb. Oh my god. Now, let's introduce our candidates. First is Poopsie the Ninth. You recognize him as the one who swept the polls in last week's East Coast primary. Definitely the strongest contender we have on stage tonight. I honestly don't know why the other candidates haven't dropped out yet. Their poll numbers can't even touch Poopsie's. Hang on, sorry. I'm getting some important messages that I need to answer. Okay. They're married. This makes so much more sense. Agreed. I bet it's because they're stupid. So here are the future losers, I mean the other candidates, is Mr. Biscuits, Kaleidoscope, and Earl Grey. Hey, shouldn't we get our own separate introductions? Howdy, America. I'm Mr. Biscuits, and I'm just a regular... Candid Biscuits, nobody cares about the losers gallery. I care. I've got an important announcement to make. I'm going to pick my vice president live on... Sorry, sweetie, but you don't get to name a vice president. That's against the debate rules. You know that if you were an actual politician. Oh, well, I still get to make an opening statement, right? Correct. We have allotted 16 minutes total for opening statements. Poopsie will go first. Feel free to talk as long as you want, Poopsie. Thank you, esteemed moderators. America, I stand before you today. Poopsie launched into a well-rehearsed opening speech. After a few minutes, it became clear that he had no intention of stopping to let anyone else speak. It was clear that the moderators weren't going to stop him either. Poopsie was going to use up all the time for himself. A poop. I should. Let's shout. Of course. Oh no. I really wanted to see what would happen. Time's up, Poopsie. Let the other candidates speak. No cat calls from the audience. What do you mean? I'm a total, legitimate, unbiased member of this audience. Fine, we'll do nothing. I guess we should probably have let him do it anyways. That makes more sense. Wait, what? Wait, oh wait, that was the good answer, right? That I heard the first time, it just like didn't listen? Is that what just happened? Yeah, that was the good sound. For some reason, I just got very confused. I don't know what just happened in my head right now. Oh, I think I just heard that like brr sound at the same time and thought that was the bad sound and didn't hear the good sound underneath it. Just kidding. I'm an idiot. We want the others. We want the others. Hey, who's chanting? Don't make me arrest you. Eek! I'm hiding. I wasn't the only one who noticed Poopsie was hogging all the time. The other candidates stepped in. Hey, if I wanted to see time fly, I'd throw a clock out the window. Come on, Poopsie. Paw that microphone over to me. Me first. I have a big announcement to make. My vice president. No way. You can't steal my idea. You stole the idea from me first. How dare you ruffians interrupt my big speech with your petty squabbling. I knew having the two of you here was a bad idea. Naturally, it wasn't my idea. I agree. The two of them are lowering the level of discourse here tonight. As a penalty, they forfeit their opening speeches and their time goes to Poopsie. Objection. Their time should be equally split between Poopsie and me since we are the two remaining... And by interrupting, Earl Grey just forfeited all his time too. Wow! I didn't expect everyone to throw away their campaigns like this. I don't care what you say. I'm making my big announcement. Me too. My vice president is... I choose Kaleidoscope. I nominate Mr. Biscuits. Penalty, as if you were going to let them have their time. Everyone fell silent after this. Did they just nominate each other as vice president? I think so, but who cares what they did? Poopsie is... I accept your generous offer, Kaleidoscope. No way, you're not going to steal my spotlight. I accept your offer. Too late, I call dibs. Say hello to Vice President Biscuits. But I don't really want to be the president. It would get in the way of my acting career. I'm going to be Vice President Kaleidoscope. Well, as they say in my daughter's school, the best way to avoid a fight over something is to share it. Why don't we both be vice president? Yes, that's perfect. We'll be co-VPs. Are you delusional? If we're both vice president, then who's the president? I would love to answer your question, babe, but this isn't the vice president debate. I don't have to say anything. Me neither. And if anyone else tries to ask me a question, they'll be grounded. If you two idiots are no longer running for president, then you have to leave this stage immediately. With pleasure. And they're gone. The two candidates linked tails and pranced off the stage. I think we should cut to a commercial break. Agreed. We'll be back in a few minutes with Poopsie debating the old cat. I have a name, you know. Aw. But it was too late. The cameras were already off. Earl Grey exited behind the curtain and we met backstage. How are you doing? We're on first commercial break and I've said less than 3 sentences. It's not going great. Yeah, but 2 of your opponents dropped out. It's now a 2-cat race. Oh, hi. Haha, this is hilarious. You're actually celebrating? How pathetic. We're not pathetic. But you are. Bully for you, Earl Grey. You're now in 2nd place. You managed to rise in the polls because literally all of your other opponents quit. Was there actually only 3 sentences? Probably. You know just as well as I do that I was already polling higher than Kaleidoscope and Mr. Biscuits. Oh yes, you're commanding 1% edge over Kaleidoscope. Ooh, such a victory. You should brag about that on stage. See if that helps your popularity. As I said on my show, even if every single one of their voters switched over to you, Poopsie still wins by over 50%. You should do the smart thing and drop out now. I will not quit. I refuse to submit to your bully tactics. You'll like it better than the alternative. What's the alternative? I'll go after you with everything I've got. Me and all the other news reporters. You've mostly escaped our scrutiny because it's been such a one-sided race, but now you're the only thing standing in the way of Poopsie's inevitable victory. People are going to dig up so much litter on you and your finances and your personal life. A cat of your age won't be able to take it. Are you threatening me? You seriously have to ask that? You're such an idiot. My life would be so much better if I never had to talk about yo-yos like you on my program ever again. Earl, you're not gonna let him bully you into quitting, are you? What do you think? He's not gonna quit, obvi. What? You're not gonna quit just because some jerk goaded you. You're too tough of a tomcat for that. Exactly. I'm not afraid of what you've done so far, bully. I have no reason to fear what you're going to do, or planning to do. I can read. Sad. You have no idea what I can do to destroy your lives. All you have is a smarmy attitude and a bunch of misleading headlines built around out-of-context quotes. The only sad one here is you. Look, I'm trying to do you a favor here. You're obviously not gonna win. The voters have told you time and time again that they don't want you. I'm giving you one more chance to save whatever reputation you have left. What do you mean? I'll come back to you after the debate is over. After 2 hours of champagne and me drilling into you, you'll change your minds. Please, the debate has barely even started, and it's obvious the 2 of you have been rooting for Poopsie the whole time. I'm not scared of that. In fact, you sound like the scared one. Oh, please quit the race. I don't know what I'd do if an actual contender challenged my snobby candidate. You're lost, half-wits. Get ready to be humiliated before the entire country. As the scruffy talk show host left, I exhaled the last of my self-confidence. No matter what we told Bully, we still had a tough road against us. Ahead of us. Oh my god, my ability to read is deteriorating. I looked Earl Grey in the eyes and tried to muster up the most encouraging words I could come up with, but all that came out was, well. The older cat only nodded in response. That about sums it up, I think. In which we find out if Earl is too old to be president. It's fine. It's fine. So, do you know what you're gonna do? Yes, I think so. I'm going to go on the prowl. No more holding back. Tonight, I pound. That sounds kind of violent. That's because it is, in a way. Do you trust me, Diana? Yeah, obvi. The idea of someone being too old to be president is by far the least realistic part of this game. Obviously. Yes, I trust you. Then don't interrupt me, no matter what I say. Hey, Blue Spider, welcome. What are you planning on saying? You'll say, hello. Doing pretty well, how are you? Earl Grey went back to the stage just as things were starting up again. Okay, let's see. Quite an eventful debate so far. The two last place candidates dropped out. Poopsie, your thoughts? I think it's cute that they ran for president in the first place when they had no chance of defeating me. But will you pick one of them as your vice president? Heavens no, I would never sully my administration with gutter trash like them. That's exactly the answer that Americans were hoping to hear. According to the poll we posted during the break, Kaleidoscope and Mr. Biscuits are... Great, it looks like they've gone back to ignoring Earl Grey in favor of Poopsie. Whatever Earl Grey's plan is, he better unleash it quickly. He got his chance 15 minutes later when they gave him his first question. Earl Grey, why do you spell your last name with an E? Here in America, we spell Grey with an A. Why do you use the non-American spelling? Yes, what are you, a communist? Holy shit. Okay. What are you, an idiot? Excuse me? I'm sorry, did I stutter? Ask me a question about the importance of voting. That sounds pretty American. You don't get to pick the questions, you mangy alley cat. Just for that, you forfeit all your other questions. Oh no, please. I want to see where he's going with this. Think you're being clever, do you? At least I know how to think. You're capable of doing or saying anything on your own. Everything you do is decided by a committee or a focus group. How dare you? I want to talk about the importance of voting tonight. If there's one thing I want you to remember, it's this. Don't vote. Seriously, don't vote. Don't even think about voting. It's a waste of time, a terrible mistake. I urge you to stay as far away from the polls as possible. I have spent my entire adult life in the Senate. I know every single person who works on Capitol Hill, so I can say with complete confidence that we, as a nation, are completely, totally, 100% screwed. Oh no, now we're getting into the real talk. The senators, a bunch of idiots. Representatives, they haven't got a clue. The president, the most productive thing he's done in the past 4 years is lick his own butt and cough up a fur ball. We'd be better off if a bunch of first graders wrote this country's laws. That's how incompetent my colleagues in Closhington are. Not one of them has ever come up with a law worth the brain cells it takes to read it. And so, as president, I promise to veto every single bill that arrives on my desk. Same with budgets. I'm going to veto every budget I receive. I'm not even going to read them. It serves all those politicians right for rejecting me. You may think I'm being harsh. Oh no, I am not being harsh enough. Let me take you on a tour of the museum of idiots that makes up the Senate. For starters, Senator Fartbasket. Whenever she speaks, whenever she opens her maw, she turns it into a re-election speech. She is the most annoying cat I've ever met. Whenever she pivots conversation to her re-election, I want to scream. Your election is 5 years away. Stop talking about it. Talk about someone other than yourself. She is always putting on a show for the voters. She is so fake and self-centered. She is incapable of normal communication. She should never have been put in a position of power. Then we've got politicians like my opponent here, who never do anything unless they know ahead of time that the majority of voters agree with them. These politicians are faker than imitation tuna. They only say what people want to hear. They don't care about the truth or accuracy. They only care about being popular. I see that Senator Polly here is in the audience tonight. Polly, you are a mindless stooge who only repeats whatever the party leaders tell you to say. Oh my god, it's a bird! Oh, not true, not true. They're not the only worthless politicians. I urge you to consider Senator Puffy Wuffy, who has never had a single bill get passed in the last 10 years. All Puffy Wuffy does is waste everyone's time with worthless propositions, like the bill to officially change the spelling of Wednesday to Wednesday. Yes, the original spelling is dumb, but surely you have more important things to focus on. Yes, so they parrot their opinions. But as terrible as Puffy Wuffy is, he is a million times better than Senator Furrybuster. Do you know how many of his laws have been struck down by the Supreme Court? All of them. There's an easy way to avoid having the Supreme Court reject your laws. Don't write crappy laws to begin with. It's not rocket science, people. And Senator Squatter, the most easily offended cat on the planet, who derails every conversation because he's unable to handle criticism. Are you still talking? You're just as boring as President Nibbles. That's another thing that makes you useless, Poopsie. All you ever do is complain about the president. When are you gonna stop complaining and do something? Answer, never. You would rather die than cooperate with the president on anything. You care more about your own ego than about the needs of the country. This whole speech is one of my favorite things that Michael has written. Honestly, same. Go off. The two political parties would rather fight with each other than do anything productive. All the politicians are useless, and that's why voting for them is a waste of time. Don't vote for politicians. It's the only way to save this country. I'm running for president, and I sincerely hope I lose, because that means there will be one more politician out of a job. Thank you, and good night. Definitely both following. Absolutely both. Holy shit. Earl Grey left the stage at that point. The system is broken is the achievement we got, which is so true. Well, after that sick and disgusting display from a senator who's clearly bitter that he wasted his entire career, oh god, what have I done with my life? All I've done is perpetuate an endless prisoner's dilemma at the cost of... Quick, cut to commercial! Oh my god. We've shaken it up. We've shaken the system. I didn't see the rest of the debate. I was too busy chasing after Earl Grey. I caught up with him back at my car. Oh my god, we're gonna be in my car. Ah, Diana, ready to drive us back to the hotel. What was that? Well, you are a Uber driver. I thought you could give us a ride. No, I mean, what was that in the debate hall? Oh, that. I guess I got a little angry back there, huh? Sorry if I torpedoed our campaign. I had a long lifetime of gripes to get off my chest. Oh my god, I don't even need to save. Are you kidding? That was the greatest thing I've ever seen. Really? I loved it. You showed Poopsie and the entire world you're not going to be backed into a corner. You're going to fight for this country. Of course, if you do get elected now, you'll probably have to deal with a Congress that hates your guts. That's par for the course. Half of Congress always hates the president, the other half secretly wants to be the president. Well, I guess there's only one thing we can do now. We'll wait and see if your speech at the debate has any effect on the race. Why wait? You've got a phone. Check the latest election news now. Yeah, I know. At this point, not even care if we win. Good plan. I'm pulling up the news now, and oh my. I'm guessing this is display. Yeah. You're winning the election. Pollsters are showing with a 4-point lead over Poopsie. 95% of people agree that you won the debate. It's a landslide, you say? Hot diggity. We may win this thing yet. Oh, hi. Oh, God. This is awkward. Not so fast, fools. The landslide will bring you down. Really? Nice reference. Champagne, what are you doing in my car? You seem upset. I'm furious. When did she get in the car? Yeah, how did she get in? Can she open the door? What was that little stunt you just pulled? You made all our senators look like... What is that word? Bloviating? I don't think I've ever seen that word in my life. Idiots, how dare you attack your own party like that? I just got a phone call from Senator Squatter who was mewing like a baby because you implied he's a thin-skinned loser who's offended by everything. If he's offended that I called him easily offended, it only proves my point. I don't care what your point is. Squatter's up for re-election this year, and the last thing he needs is to be backstabbed by a worthless hack like you. OVA, talk at length, especially in an inflated or empty way. Oh, nice. Thanks, guys. I am cutting all of your funding, effective immediately. You will never be the fancy farewell candidate ever. I will personally make sure of it. That's not fair. You can't cut our funding for no reason. No reason? He went on an unhinged rant, completely derailing the debate and making the fancy farewells look like a party of fools. It's a great word for politicians. It is. I only wish I'd brought my squirt bottle because he's been a bad, bad cat. I did not derail the debate. The debate was never on the rails to begin with. That debate was nothing more than a publicity stunt for Poopsie. You're just mad I ruined your plans. Obviously, we're going to promote Poopsie above the other candidate. He has the majority of the vote. He should get the majority of screen time in our debates. You asked the other candidates exactly 0 questions in over an hour. That wasn't a debate. It was a dog and pony show. And now you're insulting Senator Woof Woofs? I don't have to stay here and listen to you attack my coworkers. I am releasing a statement tomorrow condemning your remarks and announcing that you are officially in the doghouse. No offense to Senator Woof Woofs, of course. Do whatever you want. You can't stop the will of the people. Champagne smiled at us before turning to leave. The will of the people is whatever we want it to be. Don't forget that. Again, too real. Is she gone? Yes. I don't know how she got out of my car because she doesn't have hands. Phew, I don't know how much longer I can keep this up. The truth is, I'm terrified. She's the leader of the fancy furballs, so she makes good on her threats. She can't stop you from winning, though, right? Like, if you get a majority of the vote, you're gonna be the nominee no matter what. Out the window? I guess so. I know there's a rule that lets her replace a candidate with a new one, but that's only supposed to be used in emergency situations, like if the winning candidate dies. I don't know if there are similar emergency rules that let her just block a candidate. This isn't an emergency situation. You're a great candidate and you're gonna win fair and square. I appreciate the vote of confidence, but I don't think our opponents are playing by the same rules. Champagne pulled all of our remaining funding, like she promised. She gave it all to Poopsie, who immediately launched a series of attack ads against Earl Grey. Luckily, we still had plenty of money left over from the East Coast primary, since we had done almost no events while campaigning there. We could afford to hold on for the rest of the week. It helped that Earl Grey was now more popular than ever, as many groups were willing to pay the airfare for us to speak at their events. Earl Grey's supporters were a weird collection of people, to be honest. The first major group of supporters liked him because they reminded him of their grandpa. They ran a series of ads where Earl Grey was sitting on his front porch in a rocking chair with a grumpy look on his face. The tagline said, "Get off his lawn and into the polling booth." It was actually kind of cute. Young cats loved his angry rant at the debate, and they flocked to him as an outsider candidate. How could he be an outsider if he's been in the Senate for more than a decade? I don't get it. And of course, the voters who didn't like Poopsie supported Earl Grey as the only viable alternative. I have no idea how all these various supporters got along, but somehow they did. We waited with bated breath when the results from the West Coast primary came in. 19% Poopsie, 7% other, and 74% Earl Grey. Yay! Oh, look at all these stickers! You clobbered him! Yes, but is it enough? Gosh, I hope so. I wish I could have gotten those other votes, though. Who else is even still in the running? Nobody, officially. But Mr. Biscuits and Kaleidoscope were still on the ballot since they dropped out of the race so late. Maybe some people voted for them as a protest or just didn't know they dropped out. And of course, some people are just trolls and voted for obvious joke candidates like Jlint. What is that a reference to? What if there's a tie? Is there a tiebreaker? Yes, Poopsie and I have to paw wrestle to determine who wins the primary. Who is this other and can they be our VP? You're kidding. I am. In case of a tie, there's a runoff vote at the Fancy Furball National Convention. All current governors, senators, and representatives vote. You mean all those people you insulted? Yes, they'll never vote for me, of course. Even if we managed to tie with Poopsie, I still lost. It's hopeless. Oh, no way. I'm not letting you start that defeatist mindset again. It's possible you picked up enough votes to win the nomination outright. It doesn't matter. Champagne is the one who counts the votes. She's going to announce Poopsie as the winner, no matter what the votes are. Which means that... What is it? Champagne's gonna fabricate the results no matter what. What if we just let that happen? You mean let her sabotage the vote, then catch her red pod? I mean, you can say that publicly, Paul, if you'd like. I think most people know that by now. Although I haven't actually outed my last name. Paul told me that it's the name on your computer, and as many of you know, Diana is not my real name. So that's the first 5 letters of my computer name. That's what I thought it was, but I didn't want to say anything in case I was wrong, and that was a joke I wasn't getting. That's actually hilarious. Precisely. It's against the party rule. Oh, wait. Did I read this? No. If we exposed her, she'd be fired in disgrace. And everything she did to sabotage our campaign will be made public. It's brilliant. Even if we end up losing, at least we'll fix the system. My thoughts exactly, Diana. You and I, we're on the same page. I love you. No. Well, congratulations, Paul. It actually worked. What? You love me? I'm sorry, that was inappropriate. I shouldn't have said that. I'm just a little shocked. I've never had a cat tell me they loved me before. It doesn't matter, Diana. I'm too old for you. We'd be a May-December couple, and those never work out. We're practically the same age as human years. Please don't let your age hold back your feelings. It's not holding back mine. You have feelings for me? I haven't known you all that long, Earl, but I respect you. I admire your commitment to justice, and I believe you have a wonderful heart. Ew, that's creepy, following. You would be the perfect boyfriend, except for one thing. You're a cat. I've never dated a cat before, and to be honest, I don't know how. What if I underwent a cat to transformatio surgery? You would do that for me? I was already planning to become human once this ordeal is over. Will you wait for me? If you become president, yes, I can wait 4 more years. What about re-election? I think you're pushing it. Fair enough. You're pushing it. You cannot run for re-election. I'd like to say Earl Grey's plan to expose Champagne went perfectly, but as it turns out, we didn't have to do anything. Days before the National Convention, WikiLeaks, nice, dumped a bunch of her documents onto the internet detailing her schemes. She was arrested within the hour. Champagne was ultimately charged with collusion with the intent to collude while colluding. I mean, yeah, that sounds about right. I'm not a lawyer, so I didn't really understand what it all meant. I think the Purrussians were somehow involved, but nobody wanted to admit it. The lawyers found evidence that Champagne had rigged the votes in the East Coast primary. In reality, Earl Grey got 32% of the vote, not 10. When it was revealed that Earl Grey got the majority of votes all over the country, the decision was made. He became the fancy furball nominee. Collude equals bad. You're right. Yes, this is wonderful. I've spent my whole life chasing after this goal, and finally I've done it. And it's all thanks to you, Diana. I can't take the credit. You were the one who had the amazing debate performance. But you were the one who convinced me not to give up on my dreams. And I'm not giving up ever again. I'm gonna keep working until I get to the White House. Way to go, Earl. Yay! Oh, that's cute. I suppose you want to know what happened to all the other people we met on our campaign. Well, my cat Peepers promises she'll vote for Earl Grey for president so long as I remove her name from my mailing list. I suppose we'll have to take her at her purr. Officer Bloodgood quit his job as a security officer and opened an avocado toast restaurant. I'm not sure how he manages to stay in business, but he seems happy enough. Champagne was officially kicked out of the Fancy Furballs. I doubt she'll be working in politics again, even after her 2-year jail sentence is up. Poopsie claimed that he was robbed in the election and he threatened to run as a third-party candidate. Either a Democrat or a Republican. He hadn't decided which yet. Oh, real talk, though. Man, when did you write this game again? When Mr. Biscuits and Kaleidoscope both volunteered to be his vice president, Poopsie admitted he was just bluffing. He stopped making public appearances after that. As for Bully, his ratings dropped dramatically when people learned, get this, that everything on his show was made up and you couldn't believe a word he said. DJ Nibbles has proven himself to be a tough opponent in the general election, but not too tough for Earl Grey. Even though he's no longer a kitten, he still has much less experience than my candidate. Oh wait, he's no longer a kitten, guys, whoever was asking about that earlier. When pressed on the issue, he claimed presidential experience is much more valuable than senatorial experience. A bevy of senators, still unhappy with Earl Grey, readily agreed with the president. Earl Grey is a little worried about the debates, even though they're 2 months away. Will people expect him to go on a rant again, or will they prefer a calmer, controlled candidate? Me, I'm worried about our vice president pick. We have to name someone by the end of the week, and I'll be honest, we've got nothing. I thought that writing down the story of my time as campaign manager would help spark some ideas, but none so far. Maybe we should ask the old guy with the skateboard? Or me? Oh well, I hope my story was enjoyable anyway. Don't forget to vote for Earl Grey this November, and if you know any good vice presidents, please let us know. We're getting kind of desperate at this point. That was cute. Yay! We did it! Nice. Now we watch the credits, as always. Oh, I got an achievement called Great at Reading, which is not true, actually. We did it! Yeah, and then, so we have Poopsie left, and then we also have, like, the bonus story with DJ Nibbles. So we'll have to do that, too. I'll do the other 2 endings for, Earl Grey tonight, but then my voice is shot. It's really a product of, you know, doing online school and being muted all the time is that I just don't talk as much as I used to anymore. So having these, like, stints where I talk for, like, 2 hours straight is really doing a number on my voice. Take another. There's gonna be an ultimate ending? I don't know. I think, Well, we have the, I don't know what exactly the, like, bonus story is gonna entail. Not really? Oh, okay, well, that's fine. Oh. Bonus pathway calls the current president. There's no big true ending. That's okay. I am excited. Oh, look, there's me. Hey. That's my name. There she is. Would say it every time, obviously. Huh. Whew. It's been a good break tonight. I didn't really get a whole lot done today, but I'm supposed to be doing some, like, practice multiple choice for the bar, and let me tell you, civil procedure sucks. I'm never going to be in a courtroom, ever. It's gonna be awesome. But I still have to know it for the bar. I'm required to get at least 50% on this practice test, and I just finished my first attempt. Guess what I got? Start putting some numbers in. Yes, we are saving the pathway with Jetty. How long do I have? I graduated in May. So, yeah, Internet Court had better be released before then. Out of 20. Technically, I finished school, like, in April, so you have to release Internet Court, before... my graduation's May 21st. I'm pretty sure. Wow, you guys are funny. Mac, no. That's your anniversary? Aw. 10 years. Wow. Oh, that's so cute. Okay, let's find Earl Grey. Don't. Mr. Biscuits. Earl Grey. Wait, why didn't we get this one? Why didn't we get the... What? What happened? Why don't I have? Who programmed this crap? Well, Paul, I'm afraid to admit it, but that's you. Why can't I see this? I don't want to end on the dumpster fire ending. That's gonna be so sad. I don't want to do that. That's gonna make me very sad. We can't end on that. Oh, look at that blep, though. Hey, can you have a patch to me by the time I stream this next week? It's a good ending. Yeah, I know. No, I usually do the dumpster fire and then I do this one to, like, end on so that we have, like, a good taste in our mouth when we end this. By next week? Probably. Cool. Do you guys want to save these for next week? I don't want to end on a bad ending. That's gonna be sad. Can't send the kids home crying. Actually, that would probably work out. How long is the bonus, like, thingy? Is that, like, worthy of its own stream? Because that will also determine how many streams of this we have left. Oh, it's so quiet now. Also, none of you got the correct answer to the how many I got right. The answer is 7. It was a sad day. I did it, I literally submitted it, like, right before the regular, before the stream started, and I was like, well, we're doing this again tomorrow. 4 chapters, and they're shorter than the regular chapters. Okay. So what I was gonna do, what I'm thinking, is if you can get me a patch, we could start the next stream with these 2 endings, and then do Poopsie's route, and then do a stream of Poopsie's other endings and the bonus stuff. Because, honestly, I don't think I can do the bonus after doing a whole route, because my voice is shot. Thought I would be better at talking for a long period of time, but wow, my voice just broke. Let's do that. Does that sound like a good plan? I think that sounds like a good plan. So, you know, no pressure, but if you want to get me a patch by this time next week, that'd be awesome. You also do the Earl endings plus bonus next week. Oh, I guess we could do that if you want me to end on Poopsie. Okay, yeah, we could do that. That sounds like a good plan. Let's do that. I think I'm having a Wednesday stream next week. I don't think I have to write another essay, so I think I'm good for a Wednesday stream. But speaking of streams, there will not be a stream on Friday, because I have to go home. I have, like, family obligations, so I likely won't be able to stream. I'm just gonna preemptively say that I can't stream on Friday, because I will probably be driving home during my usual stream time. But next week should be normal. Did you save right before Earl's ending? I think I saved at the first choice in Chapter 10. So I'll be able to do it. We can just skip through it. It'll be fine. I'm not worried about that. We'll figure that out. So yeah, in that case, I guess we're done for the evening. If that's cool with everyone. I am so tired. Oh, see, that's what it does. It just goes over there. That's so odd. Cool. Well, this was fun. Thanks everyone for coming out tonight. It was super cool. I had a good time. I hope everyone else also had a good time. And I don't know. Do we have a raid message or should we just end off? I kind of should go. Because I have some other things I need to do. So I hope you guys had fun. We'll probably do this again. We'll do this again next week. Michael and I were talking about Baldur's Gate today because, as it turns out, we don't exactly know when a new patch is dropping, but the next patch is going to be like another super substantial patch, and it's going to completely destroy our saves again. So we're thinking we might just wait to resume Baldur's Gate until the next patch drops, depending on when that is, and then just restart. Because it's gonna make some things better. Also, they're adding druids, so one of us might be a druid, and it's gonna be cool. So that's where we're standing on that. So for now, we've got, I guess it sounds like 2 more streams of Cap President left, so we'll probably do those for the next 2 Wednesday streams, whatever those happen to be, and then we'll go from there. And in case anyone didn't see the notices that I posted in the Discord and on Twitter, I am taking TWOE off of the Friday polls. I'm gonna replace it with Dragon Quest, which is something that has been requested for a while now, like an embarrassingly long amount of time. And I explain why in the Discord and everything, so if you haven't checked that out, go ahead and check that out. It wasn't an easy decision to come to, but I think it is something that I need to do because of my mindset. I'm really, really looking forward to Dragon Quest. I've never played a Dragon Quest game before. You found the bug? Oh, good. You're welcome. I bug test your games for you, Paul. So I'm really looking forward to it. That's going to take the place of TWOE on the polls. So it'll just be up for voting the same way that Friday polls normally work. Yeah, I think that's all of my business. So no stream on Friday. I'll see you guys a week from today for Cap President. We'll do Earl Grey. And, oh, I know nothing about it. Cinderella is still on the polls. Yes, it's Cinderella, Dragon Quest now, Stardew, and, I don't know, kind of whatever I'm playing at the time. It used to be Animal Crossing, now it's Final Fantasy XIV. That's kind of just like my chill pick, seeing what happens. So yeah, that's kind of just the flux vote. I don't know. I may like revamp that whole system soon, but we'll see. And then of course Ultra Despair Girls is continuing on the channel. I think mouse and keyboard is working better for Ultra Despair Girls. Definitely. I have recorded 3 episodes with mouse and keyboard, and I think it's been better. I did not lower the difficulty yet, but I did record, I did it with mouse and keyboard, and that worked better. I know, but, I do what I can, and I'm gonna have, every time I do, like, the polls, I promise that we're gonna do the thing where we, like, take it off the poll until everything is played. Sorry, I also have the hiccups. in combination with my voice dying, so this is just a hot mess. I'm actually gonna do that from now on. It's just because every streams have just been so sporadic that I haven't done it because I haven't been able to keep track. But hopefully, going forward, I should have my life under control. The beginning of the semester has just been a lot more chaotic than I thought it was going to be. So hopefully we should be okay going forward. So that's my plan. And we'll see how that works and stuff. I'm happy that people are excited. Is it possible to get life under control? I don't know. Don't ask me. I'm literally my last semester of law school, trying to finish strong, but I have a brutal selection of classes and also like getting ready for the bar. That's going to be a topic for a much later time because I am going to need to decide what I'm going to do about streaming during bar prep. Because I need to be spending basically every hour of my day that I'm not sleeping studying. So that's going to be a whole nother issue that we're going to address probably in like April or so, because I really need to pass the bar on the first try. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll figure it out. But for now, I think I'm just going to end off. And I will see you all a week from today for more Cat President and stuff. It's going to be good. Next week, if we just do the bonus and Earl Grey stuff, might be a shorter stream. We'll figure it out. I don't know. It doesn't matter. So, good night. I will see you all later. I'm going to go drink a ton of water and eat some food. I know, after the bar, guys, I'm going to have so much free time. I'm only going to have a real job, hopefully. We'll see. We're figuring that out. Okay, good night, everyone. See you next week. Bye!